Bitcoin death cross is quickly approaching. In this video, I'm going to share with you the date that it's scheduled to happen and what Bitcoin would have to do to completely avoid that unwanted death cross. It's time for you to buckle up. If you're new here, my name is Steve. I'm going to help you get one step closer to your financial freedom. Hit that subscribe button right now. We're going to be jumping into the daily chart. I'm going to tell you that scheduled event that's going to happen. There could be some hidden good news coming in here. We're going to jump through a couple indicators on the daily so you leave this video with a bunch of knowledge. But first, I want to ask you, how would it feel if you sold Bitcoin above 60,000? What would that feeling be like? Because right now, you could be able to do that. This is our MACD, DC MACD indicator. It's the most famous indicator that we have in our indicator bundle. And right now, you can have it for free for 7 days. This is the indicator that everyone loves to use with their favorite altcoin. It's made a lot of people a lot of money. They even use it in the stock market. You'll probably see some comments down below from a lot of folks that have signed up. This is their favorite indicator. For good reason. It told you to sell Bitcoin above 60K. So all you need to do is go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. This little screen will pop up. You enter your name, first name, email, and then you've got it. All right. You don't have to put in your credit card information or payment. None of that craziness. Put in your name, 7 days for free. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, when is this thing going to say to buy? So go get your free trial. You'll see what our indicators are made of. We don't show our indicators here on YouTube. Our YouTube videos are for learning, not for telling you when to buy or sell. So go over to cryptocrewuniversity.com and scoop that up for free for 7 days. Now, we're going to start at the top. Okay. I do want to jump into the RSI. I do want to jump into the MACD, and we're going to jump into the below here once we get a chance. But first, I want to start here. Death cross, golden cross. Let's talk about what it is and why they're important, because they're used all over in any kind of market, and it's kind of a bigger picture pulse on the market, right? So a lot of people will focus on the hourly chart or the 4-hour chart, potentially the daily chart, and you've got some good signals there, some good trends there, but folks have been using the death cross, golden cross for decades for good reason, because it gives you a momentum shift in the market. You look for that bigger shift that's coming because usually that shift brings with it several months of baggage. Essentially, what it is this green line, the 50-day, and the red line, the 200-day, having a cross. Okay, so when you have the green line crossing above, the 50-day crossing above the 200-day, that's a golden cross. The exact opposite is true when the green line crosses below the red line, making a death cross. We're on the daily chart. The daily chart for golden cross and death crosses, it does have some false signals. We'll get into that a little bit later. But as you go up in time frames, for example, the 2-day, the 3-day, the weekly, then there's more concrete evidence there, okay? But substantially less signals, right? So let's focus on the daily chart first, and you'll see during this recent run up, you can see we had a golden cross here on May 20th, which we covered on this channel. And then obviously after that, Bitcoin price was over here around 9,000, 9,001, 9,002. And we obviously went to, $65,000. Okay. So that golden cross was our momentum shift. It didn't say, hey, prices are going to go to $1 million. It said, hey, the momentum has shifted and we are about to have our momentum shift to the positive side. Now you can see that we have obviously fallen from 69,000 all the way down here to about 41,000, which has caused us to hold support on this red line, which is the 200-day. That's very, very important to hold support there. But this is our custom indicator that all of our students got for free, and it has projections on it. So it's essentially saying if price action were to continue on this pattern that we've been so far, it gives us an idea of when, specifically the day, that will have that death cross, okay? So potentially that shift of that momentum starting to shift to the downside for several months as it shifted to the upside for several months with a golden cross. We'll get into when that date is in a second, but I do want to point out what's happening in the RSI. You can see the RSI down here, present day, right at about, did drop down to 30, my apologies. The last time it did that was all the way back in May. So it's been quite a while since we've been this oversold, right? It means a lot of folks are selling right now. That's not my opinion, that's just the facts and the charts. So what you want to see is we're in a tough spot with our trend, right? We had our pivot low here in September, we took that out. We took out this pivot low just recently at the beginning of December. So right now we're struggling to find our trend. We were in an uptrend. It was very clear. We were making higher highs and higher lows. We took out this pivot low here, and now we're trying to find our trend. We're holding support currently at the 30, and we'll see how this reacts over time. Right now, our MACD, we're looking to have a MACD cross. We have not had it yet. We've been in quite the downtrend with the MACD essentially since that 65K area. And then down here, we do have this as a course. This is the ADXDI. This is super cool. But basically, when the red line crosses up, it's a sell. And when the green line crosses up, it's a buy. So we had a sell back here on November 16th. So you can see this yellow line. It means that our trend is picking up strength, which is not good, and we still have our mouth wide open here. So the trend still is quite bearish, and we want to see this green line cross back above this red line. So this is on the daily. Things move pretty quickly here on the daily chart. Now let's take a look back at the death cross. And when that's projected to happen, what I want you to focus on in the interim is this 200-day, this red line. It's super, super important. In fact, it's so important we might do another video just about the 200-day and take a look at the history. There's a lot to know, and there's some hidden signals there that could point to what's coming in the future. But for now, just know that it's super important. We do not want to break below it. Now, if you follow these dots, right, you can see that these dots project where price action could be headed based on our current trends. And it's telling us that essentially here on January 23rd, we're scheduled to have a death cross. So that's obviously not good. We don't want to have it. We do remain level-headed and say, hey, look, this is the daily chart. We do have a lot of false signals with death cross, golden cross on the daily chart, hence all the action right here. You know, look, boom, death cross, boom, golden cross, boom, death cross, boom, golden cross. When price action is trying to find its trend, you often have a lot of inconclusive signals in the market with a lot of indicators. So when the market is trending, it's obviously really powerful. When the market is range bound, like it is here, there's a lot of false signals. Simply put, right now, the market is trying to find its footing. So you may see some false signals come in, but here's what we can do to avoid it. We need to hold this 200-day as support, and we need to come back up and have price action cross above this green line, the 200-day, or sorry, the 50-day. That's what we want to see for a bullish reversal, where we would more than likely avoid having a death cross in about, 5 weeks from now. We will follow this up. We will keep you updated, but it's highly important here on the daily chart to take a look at what we've discussed. Remain level-headed. Don't drink the herd juice. Be optimistic. Always in Bitcoin, when you get caught, is you're not ready for the other side. Some people get so bearish that they don't look at the bullish side, and they're just so bear. Oh my God, price is going down. It's going to go down to this price and this price and this price. And the opposite happens, right? Same on the upside. Oh my God, Bitcoin is 1,000% going up, and they don't look at the downside and they get caught. What I want you to do is probably the most frequently asked question I get is when to sell cryptocurrency. We made this video, when to sell cryptocurrency, 3 simple steps. It'll be the first link down in the description. Go watch that video right now. It'll help you tremendously, okay? It's free, right? Speaking of free, you should absolutely go get that indicator bundle right now. If you didn't get it at the beginning of the video, this will be for a limited time to get it 7 days for free, okay? You already know that the DC MACD is the most famous indicator that we have. We do not show it on YouTube. but it had a sell signal above 60K. A lot of people use it all over in different markets, their favorite altcoin. So go get that right now. I'll see you right back here on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.